All right, we're going to continue talking about some bias, and what we have here are some check your understandings. Yes. So, in June of 2008, Parade Magazine posted the following question: should drivers be banned from using all cell phones? Readers are encouraged to vote online at parade.com. On July 2008, they issued Parade the results that said yes, and 15% said no. What type of sample was this? Well, this was a volunteer sample. So the volunteer sampling. Um, there is definitely some undercoverage in this, but this is a volunteer sample. Explain why the sampling method is biased. Only those that were passionate, that wanted to answer the question, or were passionate about driving with or without cell phones would probably answer. Without cell phones would answer. Okay, and so there is definitely some bias involved there. Is 85% likely greater or less percentage of all adults who believe the cell phone use? It's probably greater. Okay, it is definitely greater, because as I said above, probably only those that maybe were really passionate um, about cell phones not being used would probably respond. Um, Greater number of people responded that cell phones should be banned. Should be banned while driving. All right. So that's where you want to be really careful of those online surveys. To help eliminate bias, a reporter from Parade decides she will go out and ask people if they were driving or using cell phones. So she lives close to a local high school. So she goes to the parking lot at 3 p.m. and asks the first 100 people she sees. Oh, wow, that's a convenience sampling. Convenience sampling. All right, that's convenience sampling to the tilt. Explain why the sampling method, because she's only asking people that are attending that high school and are around her at 3 p.m. All right, only only sampling those at the high school at 3 p.m. How could Parade avoid bias described above? They could do a simple random sample. Do a simple random sample. All right, simple random sample of people in the area or city. And that's what you want to do. You want to use a simple random sample and SRS, that would be the best. Another question here, a sign of local business says, rate us with 5 stars on Google and you get a $10 gift card. Ooh, yay. The store manager reads the ratings to learn how people in the community feel about the business. What type of sample is this? Well, this definitely would maybe be a response bias. Okay. Okay. Response bias are definitely a volunteer sampling. Procedure. Okay, definitely get some response bias. Explain why the sampling is, because you're gonna get some response bias right here. Volunteer sampling, people that want to answer that will. The response bias definitely because they're getting a $10 gift card. All right, that's always kind of nice. And they probably maybe like Google. The manager finds that 9%, okay, of course, 95.2% of them is likely greater or less than, definitely greater in the community. Why? Because They probably have a higher regard because they're getting $10. Okay, greater response as people are excited about getting a $10 gift card. Oopsies, if it was $100, that would be nice too, but a $10 gift card for completing survey. Okay, and also there might be more things. Okay, to help reduce bias, the manager decides to take a survey of the next 10 customers that make a purchase. What type of sampling exists? This is a convenience sampling method. All right, convenience sampling method. And so when you're doing this, explain why the sampling method is biased. Um, well, it's definitely biased in that when you take the convenience sampling, they actually purchase things, so definitely probably a response bias. Okay, response bias potentially. Also could be an under coverage. All right, under coverage of what we have right there, but um, definitely response bias of those things that we have right there. How could the manager avoid this? Question number 5, there should be 5. What they could do is just do a simple random sample, SRS, all right, of customers, and that's what you could do. All right, so once again, going through and identifying bias and bad sampling procedures using volunteer or convenience sampling and the different responses or different biases that can occur through these. Okay, so yeah, so with that, I hope this helps you out, and good luck and God bless in the rest of your problems.